So hello everyone, my name is Gábor Balogh, and originally I would like to hold a simple presentation about the software that we developed together with this small team. But during the last day, a lot of things changed, so I will hold maybe not a typical or conventional presentation. First of all, let me get a short historical background of my life. I had that honor from the life that as a student I was learn the fracture mechanics from Professor László Tóth. Most of you know him, and basically he was opening my eyes for that how beautiful this part of the science is to make prediction without using a glass bulb. And basically, I was active participant in some of his projects, so I made work as well. And beside that, I learned a lot of things. So from this point, I would like to continue that why I came here. So basically, what we have now is a lot of knowledge. And during my lectures at the university, I always talk about the degradation of the knowledge. It doesn't mean that it will disappear, but mostly it will. Just a small example. I was taught by a real expert in the University of Miskolc, who was the Pope of welding. They changed the malware diagram. It means that all of the industrial participant has to use that diagram for their production, for mass production. And as a student, I took his knowledge about 0.2% of his knowledge by the lectures, by the exam and everything else. And then I get that honor that I became the colleague of this person. And then our connection changed and we became friends, and he get me or give me the magic word that from now you can ask. That's a big thing if a professor said to you this sentence. And basically by this way, maybe I try to take 20% of his knowledge. And then he suddenly died, so he took the other things away. Most of them were not publicated. It was on the bookshelf as an idea and so on. So basically, even you have a ton of knowledge that is not published yet, or it's just an idea that you don't have time to take care of it and so on. And even the young guys have a lot of good ideas which are not heard by anyone. So that's why we have a big knowledge base. There are case studies, corrosion studies, fatigue studies, and a lot of other studies that are already published, existing. We can reference them, we can use them. But basically, we have to keep that knowledge somehow, and we have the tool for that. It's available for everyone, basically. We can use the AI integration. What does it mean? We don't give the total amount of information to the AI. We can make an independent software which is secured, and there are limitations, the usage of that information. And beside that, you can use the teaching mechanism, because if you remember, most of the presentation has the deep learning figure on the slide. It's not just a popular figure, it's something that is working. So basically, what we can offer, or a possible, I have the vision that make a new kind of group or foundation or anything for this kind of preservation. It can give you, so you can test your idea. You can upload it to the software. You can run a simple simulation, and you can use those kind of basic theorems, just like it was mentioned yesterday, the Jim Rice. And you can optimize your solution by this way. And you can find some correlation. And it will be a good feedback to you that you are on the good way. You don't have to put your idea to the bookshelf and leave it there forever. And then after the evaluation, maybe it could be another revolutionary publication. It doesn't mean so much anyway, because it's just a piece of paper. But if it's used by someone else, after that, it will become a knowledge. So as you see here, we also have a lot of case studies. And basically, I'm a material science guy. So I became, or go deeper to that field. And beside that, I'm a multitasking person. So I solve everything. I'm usually the problem-solving guy in the university. So if someone has a problem, they ask me. My colleague can prove that. And as you can see here, we developed a software. Basically, it was not a big development. We used ordinary methods, put them together, and then we can make the image analysis. We can identify the carbon structures, we can identify the cementite structures in the steel, and so on. But what is really important, that we can train the model. So it from a simple image analyzer, it will become a knowledge base that will give you suggestions. The final decision will be made by you. Because AI at the moment is just a huge data cell or data sheet, and then a robot uses the information, and most of the information is sometimes fake at the moment. If you finish the training, and at the end of my presentation, that's why I'm connected online as well, because on my computer, this software is running, so I can prove to you that it will really analyze the fracture. And then at later, if you want, you can try it out. It's free. So basically, that's why I put the advanced part in it. At the moment, it's just measure the length of the crack, predict the possible way of continue using the simple G integral model, nothing else at the moment. And then it will give you a possible way where the crack will continue, what is the tip radius, and so on, which are important boundary conditions for a simulation. And this is a sample, but I would like to show it. I think it's better representative if I show it during its works. And beside that, I will leave this slide here. You can scan my contact information if you are interested. Basically, what I would like to offer to you at the moment, but this is just an idea. If you want, you can take it. In that case, it will be finished, or it will made by someone if I won't be success. You will give your model, your theory. You will upload it to the system. I will give you the testing, the comparison, the validation of the model. Then I will send it back to you, and then I will give you an offer that, do you want to publish this publication? Yes. Okay, I will give you 500 euro for the conference. Does it sound good? I think yes. So I'm not just giving you information, I will give you money as well. And it's not an MLM system. So basically, I think it's a revolutionary idea. You can live with it because you have a society. Basically, you are work together. Most of you are working together. And beside that, if you don't mind, I will go to my computer. I have to increase my voice. I hope everyone can hear me. Yes. So I have to turn it on. Okay. If you don't mind, I will have to from your. You can say that will make you the host. No. I left the default, but sorry for wasting time. Okay.
You need to share your screen. You can share it now. Here.
Okay, so basically, hopefully you can see the. And then, of course, I won't find it at first. I will open a simple picture. Then I already trained the model, so I have a safe model I prepared for this presentation. And we will run the advanced analysis. It means that it will identify the crack. It will apply some image analysis method to make it continuous. And then it will give you the length. As you can see, it's not working perfectly now. But even the flows makes the material beautiful, so that's the same situation. And you will have the length at the moment in pixel, but as you will give the correct scale, it will become just one analysis, one more, it will become a real value. So that's it. You will have the boundary condition. You can give it to the ANSYS for the simulation. That's just a simple concept. At the moment we are here, but it can grow up like using at least five different kind of prediction, and then choose the best. You can choose the best one as the final result, and then you can give the life cycle. Because yesterday I showed a very interesting presentation, but it was about decreasing the safety by the new way of concept. They were decreasing the level of safety. It's very risky concept, but if it's true, in that case, you cannot use any other kind of concept. Okay, so I think I already talked more than required.